I don't think I'll ever get sick of seeing Samuel L. Jackson on a movie screen, and after watching this, I don't think I ever will. Hey movie fans! The Legend of Tarzan is the latest in the many, many, many unconnected Tarzan movies that have come out through the years. Tarzan is one of those book characters that I don't know if it's public domain, but movie studios treat it like it is, and they turn out a Tarzan movie every couple of years. And this one, how does it rank among the rest of them? How does it rank in comparison to that Disney one? Because you know in the back of your mind you will be comparing it to that one. You just sitting there comparing it. This is not the same Tarzan movie. It's completely different. But in a way, you'll kind of wish you were watching the other Tarzan. Now, this movie's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. But my main problem with it, before we begin, is the fact that this movie feels like a sequel, except there's no movie before it. There's a lot of scenes that call back to the Tarzan story, which we all kind of know. The movie just kind of assumes that you know, which isn't bad because everybody knows there's Tarzan and Jane. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane. It's weird because they keep calling back to it, and I was like, that looks fun. I want to see a live-action version of the growing up of Tarzan that's more updated with special effects and whatnot. But this movie takes place, like, for better or for worse, I think around 15 years after the events of the Tarzan story that we all know, like Tarzan being raised by apes and being found by Jane, so on and so forth. It's kind of disjointed of you'll be in this current timeline, and then the movie will flash you back to the Tarzan story that you much rather see. And it's just kind of bizarre. But there's some positives that outweigh this negative. For the most part, the action sequences, when there is actually action, is really fun to watch. The vine swinging is really fun, and Tarzan has some great backup, both in humans and in animals, and they're engaging to watch. They're great characters. By far the best characters in this are Margot Robbie's Jane and Samuel L. Jackson as... wow. He's a good character, but I don't remember his name, just like his role in Jurassic Park. I know some of you smart Alex are going to comment, his name is whatever in both movies. Shut up! But he was probably the best character and probably the most charismatic I've seen Samuel L. Jackson in a long time. Like, he was a riot. He was a lot of fun. And Margot Robbie's Jane was also really good. She doesn't take crap from anybody. Like, she basically will, like, spit in the face of the bland villain, or spit in the face of just about anybody because she knows Tarzan's got her back. Which, that brings me to Christoph Waltz. Yeah, he's in this movie. Christoph Waltz is a great actor, but he succumbs to that same problem in this movie of, he's evil! Why? He's evil! Well, movie, tell me why he's evil, or show him doing something evil. No, he's just kind of there. But what about the actual Tarzan himself? He's fine. It takes us, in my mind, a little bit too long to get to the Tarzan movie. The Tarzan aspect of Tarzan, my bad. So, he's kind of, well, not really Americanized, but Britishized. Yes, he goes by John Clayton now. He's no longer Tarzan. So we're kind of stuck with this mopey John Clayton for a lot of the movie. And he's But once he starts into the Tarzan role, it's a lot more fun. But the fun doesn't last too long because the movie is rather dull for a lot of the movie. It's just But when it picks up and gets a lot of fun, it is a lot of fun, but there's not enough of those action scenes. It's a very un-action-filled Tarzan movie, which is a disappointment because with Tarzan, there's a lot of possibilities. But by far, the best thing about this movie, and what was one of the big redeeming factors about this movie for me, was there's kind of like this ruler of a certain clan in the Congo, played by, I'm going to butcher his name and I know that, Digimon Huso? Yes, we'll go with that. That's his name. The guy from Never Back Down and Guardians of the Galaxy. This guy is awesome in everything, and once again, he brings it. Without going into too much spoiler territory, he's a guy that could have easily been just another big bad guy that's not the main bad guy, but is subservient to the main bad guy. But he adds this level of complexity and depth and genuine emotion that I don't see in any other character. And I was like, okay, dude, you have maybe 3 minutes of screen time. but you actually absolutely stole the show for me. And overall, this movie, it's not the best, but it's not also bad. It's a lot of fun if you could sit through the boring stuff. If you are a Tarzan fan or even are generally familiar with the story, you might be entertained with this, but I'd recommend seeing it when it comes on DVD and Blu-ray later. It's not one that you need to rush out to the theater, but it's something that if it's on TV, absolutely check it out. It's fun. It's probably about a 6.5 out of 10. That's my official rating for the movie. 6.5 out of 10. Well, did you guys see Legend of Tarzan? If you did, or if you have any thoughts about it, comment them below. And as always, if you like what you see and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Uncharted Media. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals.